Hello and welcome back. In this video, we're going to create a Git repository in our Git server to store the code that we have just created. So let's log in here using the root 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 password. Perfect. Now in here, we're going to create a new project under the Jenkins group. So we're going to look for the Jenkins group and the project is going to be, for example, Pipeline Maven as you want. And we're going to create the project. So we're going to go to our terminal. Let's go to our Jenkins data folder. Let's go to our pipeline folder that we have created. And we're going to start reading the instructions. And we already created the repository. So now we want to add our existing folder to this repository. So for this, we change directory to that directory. We are already here. Then we do git init. So we're going to copy that. We're going to paste that in here. Well, git init, hit enter, and as you can see that repository was initialized. Then we're going to add this guy, so we're gonna copy this, we're gonna paste that, and in here we're gonna pass the credentials for our user. If you don't remember your user, then just Ctrl C and take a look at your VSL project.git config, and you're going to find your user there. So we're going to be using this guy, so I'm just going to copy this. Remember this instruction that we read from Git. Let me copy that again. Let me type this. Yes, we're going to copy this instruction again, and we're going to add here the credentials. So this user and the password. Yes, at the server. Pretty nice. Then we do git add, but before doing git add, we're gonna do a git status, and you're going to see that you have your Docker file and your Jenkins file right there. I don't know if we want to upload our Docker file. I think that we're not gonna upload it, so we're only going to upload our Jenkins file. So we're gonna add it. We're going to add the Java app and the Jenkins folder. So we're gonna add this. Okay, then we can do a commit. So we can commit this. And finally, we're going to push it. As you can see, when we committed it, we actually had a lot of files in here. This is all the stuff that we have been working in, all of our scripts and all that stuff. So we're gonna push it. We're gonna say git push origin master, and here we have an error because we haven't granted permissions to this user. So let's go to our repository. Let's go to settings, members. This is a super important point. Let's look for our user. Let's give it maintainer permissions. Let's add it to the project. And that's cool. So now we should be able to push it without any problem. And even though when we already did that, this is not working. Why? Oh, okay. This is because we haven't added the port in here. If we go to our server, remember that we're using this port. So we need to add it there. So let's go to git config. And in here, we're going to modify the port. So that's going to be :8090. Let's save this and let's try to push again. And now it's working. Cool. So let's go to our repository. Let's go to Pipeline Maven. And we should see now all of the content that we uploaded. And that's cool. Here we have our Jenkins file, which is pretty nice. Here we have all the things that we did, our Jenkins folder, and here we have all of the scripts that we created. And here we have the Java application, which is the source code that we're going to be using. So this is it for this video. I'll see you in the next lesson.